Hey everybody, how you doing? It is NJP here once again, part number 2 in the Hammer Valley series, part number 2 for those of you keeping track. And this is going to be kind of a mixture of me doing voiceovers and a little bit of audio from me working in the shop, a little bit of original video audio going on there too. So kind of mix it up a little bit. The last half of this video is going to be me talking over basically a slideshow because there's not a whole lot of moving footage involved there. So let's sit back. I'll turn it over to me out in the workshop here, and let's get things rolling right away here and see if Mother Nature will cooperate, like the cooperators. Take 2 in 3, 2, 1, go. Hey everybody, how you doing? And the thunder was right on cue here. Yes, it's getting ready to rain out here, and what's right on cue? Well, maybe we ought to try that again. Maybe this time without the thunder in there. Let's see if we can do this again. Take it away, Rick. All right, as we're looking at the layout here, you can see I have various different pieces of track laid out in all kinds of different locations on here. And this will be set up according to the way it's described on the package that the track came in. Why did I get this anyway? Well, for about 30 bucks, why not? Turnouts are going for about anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks a piece. So right here alone is anywhere from $30 to $40 in my hand. So it's already paid for itself without the rest of the track. I decided to lay roadbed on this because, well, because I can. And when I lay the track on here, I'm not going to be tacking any of it down. I have further plans for this little layout. This is going to turn into a pretty little functional little layout. You can see part of the plan right here already with this blue tape over here. And I'm not going to get into that right now, but I will describe it in a later video. So for right now, as you can see, I've got lines marked out on here as to where the straight pieces go. As you can hear the thunder grumbling away outside, it is going to rain here, no doubt about it. So turnouts will line up here, line up the edge with that, and the little 5-inch straight can go right there. And again, like I said, I'm just going to lay this out and see if we can get a train to run on it, and not tacking any of it down today. So Alright, this is going to be a maiden voyage actually for this little GP30 that I showed you guys on the live stream. Never had it actually out of the box or on rails yet, so we'll see if it works or not. Turn on the controller and let's see what happens. Nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, look at this. He's working. That thing runs nice. It's nice and quiet. Of course, you can't hear it over the rain falling anyway, but I'm impressed. Okay. Give him a little extra nudge there to get him going. All right. All right, it looks like even with the track not being nailed down, the train is running real nicely on it. and only one point where the power is going in. There's no jumpers or anything on it, so pretty impressed. Of course, it's brand new track, so it should actually work pretty decent, I would think. But yeah, there it is, the little 2x3 foot layout, the very beginning of it. And again, like I said, the track's not even nailed down, not tacked down or anything like that. So what we're going to do now is we're watching the train go around in circles here. Going to be jumping into the slideshow portion of it. So I'm going to talk my way through a few pictures here and show you guys the progress that went from what you're looking at here to what we have today. All right, so coming into view right now is the main track plan. This is the master plan, basically, of all of the track on there, the loops, passing siding to industrial sidings, and down at the bottom is the main line. That's our interchange track down there, where cars can come from and go to different destinations via that line, using your imagination, of course. So that's the main track plan, and very little actually changed on it through the whole progression of the layout as it came along. So we start off looking at the main feature. At least it was the main feature as far as the beginning goes. This was going to be the tunnel and the valley area on the far end. So now you kind of get an idea that the one track was going to be a little bit hidden behind the tunnel back in there. So just laying out the foam board for it and, kind of roughing it in, figuring out what's going to be what. And then I got the hot knife out and went crazy with it and started cutting it to form. And it actually looked pretty decent. Well, obviously it's all pink foam right now. But, as far as the general concept of it looked pretty good. I was pretty impressed with how I was able to shape that in there. So now we come to the portion where I'm starting to lay out the buildings, or the ideas for buildings anyway. You see I've got the raised portion in there. And in the far back corner, you see the little bridge that's slated to go in across the tracks over there. And using the blue gaff tape, as I like to call it, kind of framing out where the buildings are going to land and where they're going to live. And, of course, that's all subject to change as time goes along. And you'll see that the plan for that does change as we go along with the layout. And here we got the kind of wood blocks, styrofoam blocks laying all over the place. I just call them little placeholders to kind of delineate or define where the buildings are going to be when the buildings finally get there. So now we're into October and colder weather's starting to get here, so I decided it was time to move the little model railroad inside, away from the cold workshop, and no place else to put it but part of the recording studio. So there we go. The first board is up on the wall and leveled, and put little blocks on it, and that will lock it in to keep it from sliding forward and falling down and causing all kinds of mayhem and bad stuff. It would not end well if that fell down. So there it is. We got the layout sitting there, and got the level on there to make sure everything is all leveled up and good to go. So yeah, the unnamed, at this point anyway, model train set up in my studio, cramped as it is in there, and now we've got that in there. So a little bit tight. You see the tunnel's not on the layout at this point, but that's just because I hadn't glued anything down. In fact, none of the stuff is on there. None of the gaff tape, any of that stuff is on there at this point. So yeah, it's in its new home, and now time to really get to work on it. And the work began right away with putting the foam structures back on there. And as you can see, I've got the raised area for it's going to become the neighborhood, the housing area. Has got the street painted in there, a little side street painted on there, and all the rubber bands on there is actually holding that the patterned retaining wall on there. That turned out pretty neat, I think. I like the way that worked out. While there's goo, there's definitely the order of the day there. And there's a little bit more finished, more refined look at it. A few buildings starting to appear here and there. I seem to have a theme of missing roofs. I don't know what's up with that. No roofs on the houses. Well, two of them have roofs, I guess. But yeah, we definitely need to do something about that before the rain comes in. But anyway, onward and upwards we go. And as you can see that, we had a train show up. Yes, of all things, we had a train show up in town. And, of course, being a model railroad, you gotta, you gotta run a train. I mean, you can't, you can't, you can't not run a train. So, that's the whole idea of it. There was a new locomotive to me, a little Pt2, and hey, got trees? Yeah, I got trees. I got lots of trees. You want trees? I got trees. We can put some trees on the layout. And as yet, I haven't most of those packages have not even been opened yet. So yeah, we got trees, and just trying to figure out what to do with them all. So, that's kind of the way that goes. And got street lights. Oh man, that really made a dramatic difference in the layout. In the twilight, working on it, turning those street lights on is really, I did something, made I don't know, something magical about street lights or something, and maybe it's just me, but those lights really lit up the layout nicely, and there's more on the way. Then I got the backdrop, and man, did that add a new dimension to it. It's just sitting there. It's not really placed. It's just kind of sitting there, and you can see the buildings downtown are starting to appear. There's, changes are being made here and there, and lots of life starting to show up on the layout. It's really starting to take shape at this point, and really happy with the way things are going. But that backdrop really set things off, and this is the way it looks today on the 5th of March. Figure out what month it is. 5th of March 2021. That is the current state of the Hammer Valley layout. So it went in a matter of months from this in July of 2020 to this in March of 2021. Quite a dramatic change, I think, and I like it. We're going onwards and upwards, and lots left to do on there, and hopefully I'll be making some videos on this and taking you guys along for the ride, so to speak. So that'll wrap things up here for the Hammer Valley Railroad, basically taking you from start to finish in 2 parts here. Thanks, guys, for watching. I really do appreciate it very much, and we'll talk again real soon. And, of course, as always, until we talk again, whatever it is in life you do, keep on doing what it is you do.